Hello guys, Val here. Today we'll be looking at how to build a website in 2024. We are not going to be looking at the robust type of sites like a company standard, industrial standard, and so on. We are focusing on basic websites for personal use and maybe small businesses. There are many reasons why you need a website, but for today, I just want us to look at these three. The first point being to increase your online presence. If I search you now, I'm sure that maybe it's just Facebook, Instagram, they will just show me. You think of those people you know today, you search them, informations are popping out, a lot of things about them, you know that yeah, this person is genuine. Then the second reason is showcasing your work, explaining who you are, things you have achieved so far in your life, career-wise and so on. And believe me, people will go through and say, wow, this person make time to have this kind of online presence. That shows that this person is serious. Next is 24/7 availability, and this scales from small business to large enterprises, but we're focusing on small businesses. First of all, you have to do what? Plan your website. What's the purpose of having this website? Is it to showcase my portfolio? Is it for a mini business? I'm running a business, I want to show a lot of things about it. I'm more of online vendors, I want to take my business to the next level, meaning that you must be driven by purpose in achieving it. Knowing the purpose why you want to build this website will go a long way in making you have a website. We are looking at target audience. Identifying who are my target audience will give you a better understanding of the kind of site you need to do what? Develop. At that point, you now start looking at what are the desired features that this site needs to do what? Have. Do I need a login? Maybe you want to collect details of people so that I can follow them up to buy your products. Do I need a call to action? Like a button that will direct people to my sales page, to a cash out page, and many more. Once you have answered these questions, we can now move to choosing your domain name. What is a domain name? Is that name people will search on the internet in order to find you or locate your business. Why choosing a domain name sometimes is somehow tricky based on the fact that people have selected so many domain names. Example, I can switch to domainname.com. Once you go to Google and type domainname.com, it should take you to this place. Not just domainname.com, you can search for domain name. We have things like GoDaddy, HostGator, Namecheap, so many of them. In this place now, I can decide to type val.com and I click search. Based on this result, you will notice that what? val.com is already registered. They are recommending I take what? val.store. Nobody uses some of those domain names like .store, .things if you don't have reasons for that. So meaning that if you are targeting on getting a domain name that ends with what? .com, which is very important because almost all business uses what? .com. Always target getting what? A domain name that ends with what? .com. So if I really want to use this val, it's not possible because another person is using it. If I need to use something similar, I'll have to do what? Attach some words to it. Things like underscore, @ those special characters are not needed in domain names. And try to make sure that your domain name is not too long, not too short. It's a familiar name that people knows, so that people shouldn't be cracking their head just to remember your business name or domain name. Once you get the domain name sorted, the next thing will be website building platforms. So we have tools like WordPress, which is simply a content management system. The other content management system like Wix, Squarespace, and many more. Those things makes you build websites so fast. You don't really need to know the coding aspect of it. It's more of drag and drop, and to learn these things are super easy. Alternative is what? You can decide to code it yourself, which is where I belong and I love it so much. While coding it yourself, you enjoy that leisure of bringing in anything you want, making it look the way you want. You own the whole project yourself. Just that sometimes it takes a little time to learn the process of doing what? Building that website. But it's also what? Pretty easy. Once you have picked the language or framework you want to use and build your website, the next one is picking a browser. There are a lot of browsers out there, the best being Chrome, so you make sure you have Chrome. Previously, we have Internet Explorer, which has been upgraded to Microsoft Edge. The next is picking a text editor. In the industry, VS Code is the best so far. The final version control is very important. So the best so far, which everybody is using, is GitHub. There is need for you to come up with your own design, and this can be achieved with a tool known as Figma. This will enable you to show how this website will look like before coding. So at this point of designing, it's also a career path. that people specialize on, and we call those guys UI UX guy. UI UX stands for user interface and user experience. Their work is making sure that the design is clean, user-friendly, interactive. So they try to make sure that they come up with what? Modern designs. If you are creating your own website, you don't really need to stress yourself to master a tool called what? Figma. You can take a look at your friend's website, build something similar to that, have your own uniqueness, and you are good to go. You don't just scatter content in your website without considering what? All these things. And finally, you must think of what? SEO, search engine optimization. That's one of the reasons why people have what? Website. You need to be what? Searchable in the internet. Once you are done with coming up with content, the site is now looking good, we now get to what? Quality assurance. So if you are developing a website for a client or a business, we are not talking of the advanced one whereby you are start writing down requirements, test planning, the test cases, and many more. You try as much as possible to identify bugs on the website, and this can also happen by you giving friends and relatives. They will point out some things that are breaking, things that are not working fine. You'll try and do what? Fix up all those things. Once you are done fixing it, the next is what? Security. For those building a kind of simple business website that maybe you integrated payments platform in it, you need to make sure that the application is secured as much as possible. There are a lot of ways to prevent what? Hackers from penetrating your what? Platform. And once you are done with that, you are good to go. So when it's a simple website that doesn't have all these payments, it's just more of portfolio, showcasing things. You don't need to worry more about all this security and so on. Just make sure that once the site is live, when you visit your page, you are seeing that HTTPS available in it. Once you are not seeing it, you have to write to what? Your service providers. They will provide it for you. Sometimes there is a way around it, like using HTSS to configure and make sure that it's available. If you're having challenges learning online, checking resources, reach out to us. We have a lot of bootcamp scheduled for the year, and we can help out. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.